Hey guys, welcome back to Screen Orb. Today we'll talk about the grossest bars on Bar Rescue. Let's head into it. Number 1. Bar Rescue. Bar Rescue is more than just trashy TV. It's a mashup of lessons in hospitality, small business ownership, and relationships, with just enough shouting and crying to give it a trash TV flavor. According to IMDb, the show has accumulated over 200 episodes throughout its early decade-long run, and is hosted by hospitality expert Jon Taffer. Taffer towers over each episode as an almost supernatural bar savior, his default modes oscillating between soft empathy and screaming, shattering violence. Taffer's transformations range from incredible to unbelievable, thanks to an ever-rotating team of culinary and drink-making experts who assist him in training clueless bartenders across America. He transforms the bar from the inside out, boldly imprinting wild themes on otherwise boring joints. The show often depicts alpha male business owners who treat their workers poorly, drink on the job, and disappoint their families. Having them cower in front of Taffer, listen to him, and eventually redeem themselves is a huge part of the appeal. Bar Rescue is far more than just review and bartending techniques. There's a lot to remember when ranking the best and worst episodes of the huge series. You might evaluate anything from the plot to the performance of Bar's post-Taffer. We chose to focus solely on watchability. Continue reading for some of the best and worst episodes of Bar Rescue.
Amanda, had you making some drinks last night, right?
Yeah,
Yeah?
a mess.
Well, I tell you what, we got a lot to work on.
Number 2. Aussies Bar. It's common knowledge that reality television is far from authentic. Many who follow the genre are well aware that certain soundbites seem too good to be true. Those who work it are aware of this. In the season 6 episode, Taffer returns to see the couple who got engaged at the end of an episode in 2013. They bought a second bar. Now that their first has been saved and is up and running, Mark's fiance Aussie is in charge of the new location this time. It's understandable the series will want to reconnect with former characters, particularly those with compelling backstories, but that's about all that's plausible in this situation. Mark is never at Aussie's Bar to assist her. What kind of fiance would do that? And even though they've been taught the Taffer trade, Aussie's Bar is still in shambles. How is it possible that the other bar is so vibrant? And knowing what we know about how an episode of Bar Rescue is made, the bartenders all seem to be aspiring actors, making this episode even more unbelievable.
And it's like warm. There's like no ice.
Would you put a garnish on a Mai Tai?
Number 3. Aussies Bar. Taffer is usually the one who does the shouting. He appears on screen in any of his hotel manager-like clothes, and his volume and volatility increase as he spits harsh truths at the bartenders. As a component of the Bar Rescue formula, Taffer becomes agitated. There's pure reality TV balance on the basic cause and effect. However, the balance of power shifts in the episode. Taffer visits Aussies Bar in Council Bluffs, Iowa, and immediately clashes with the family who owns it. Their debates are so loud and erratic that Taffer seems timid in contrast. When he tries his normal activities, there are no quiet moments of contemplation from the workers to combat him. In the end, the episode becomes a literal headache for viewers. Taffer couldn't stand the boys, and this was the first episode in the show's history in which he walked out without saving a bar.
Yell at my wife! I'm trying to save
You're not
her
talking
ass.
to her, you yell at her!
Why don't you stick up for her a little bit?
Number 4. Linda Lou's Bar. This one raises some interesting concerns, such as whether a person's mental health is too fragile for reality television, and once it's obvious that we've arrived at this stage, what's the most ethical way to proceed? Brandon, the owner of Linda Lou's Time for Two in Layton, Utah, is featured in the season 7 episode. His mother, who has multiple sclerosis and is chronically ill, has poured all of her money into the bar in order to support Brandon, who spends all of his time supporting her and his father. It's pretty hard to even get up in the mornings. Brandon confesses early in the episode, cause like, I don't want to. What's the most ethical course of action? Perhaps omitting a montage of mom struggling to walk. Perhaps Brandon shouldn't be included in the Taffer tearing the bar staff apart session. Perhaps don't call the episode Breaking Brandon. Brandon eventually leaves the session and locks himself in the bathroom, sobbing, I can't do this anymore, before Output brings in his longtime friend, an employee, to calm him down. They let him go home for the day, and when he returns, Taffer's attitude toward the poor guy changed. However, since its breakdown is still included in the final cut, the show comes across as ghoulishly exploitative.
I want you to go in, buddy. I want you to sit at a table, a big table. I want you to order one of every pizza.
This is horrible. Screams horrible.
Number 5. All Blaze No Glory. The issue that All Blaze No Glory attempts to be both a traditional Bar Rescue episode and a boring advert for Jenny McCarthy's latest line of liquor, it accomplishes neither in an especially convincing manner. Jenny appears on screen for about 2 minutes, assisting Taffer in his investigation of the failing bar. The Ford plant across the street employs 7,000 people, so the bar should do well, particularly during lunch breaks. But sloppy owner Don, who doesn't bother learning the names of his female employees and instead refers to them as Rachel is keeping the whole place back. Jenny and Taffer watch as he overdrinks and abdicates all liability to his niece and employee Ray, and distributes copious quantities of free alcohol. Jenny mysteriously disappears after the first scene rather than being used in the episode, and encouraged to give some of her own advice to the staff. Her face reappears 40 minutes later on the bottle of her alcohol, which is prominently displayed inside of a clip. However, this product placement scheme is far from flawless, and the episode's remarkably average story isn't enough to save it. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it, hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.